what's good, everybody? This is the Hoody Tarot, and I'm here to deliver the good news in the form of a reading for this new moon in the sign of Scorpio. It is November 14th, 2020, and yeah, I'm feeling really good. So for those of you who are new to astrology, new moons are very, very, very important. The moon is very important because you can use the moon, the energy of the moon, to plant seeds. And so with new moons, it's about new beginnings, new affirmations, planting the seeds into your life to reach short-term and long-term goals, to create changes in your life, to evolve as a person, and really attract the things that you want into your life. So how I'm going to do this reading is I'm going to do it for the signs, but it will be based on your rising sign. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what your rising sign is, go ahead and go to astro.com and put in your information. Then you're going to go to extended chart, and it'll actually show you your rising sign. Also, you can go to Cafe Astrology. You can put in your information in there as well. You do need your birth time. That's the most accurate way to get your chart, your birth chart, that is, and to get the most information about your astrological star thumbprint, as you may say. So without a doubt, let's just get to it. I'm excited to do it. I'm gonna go in order. So we'll start with the oldest sign, which is Aries. Now, Aries, so this is actually going to be a new moon in your 8th house. And so what the 8th house is, it's it has to do with sex, intimacy, your finances, possibly taxes, loans, your resources, partners' resources. So I want to pull a card for you today and ask the divine. First of all, thank you to my ancestors with much gratitude for my gift, and also bless this deck for all love, abundance, prosperity for all of y'all. We're going to see with this reading, with this deck, I should say, what is the tool that is necessary for you in order to bring into life what you want to bring into life, or what you may want to attract. What is the new beginning that we are going to find? Okay, there we go. So I love this deck, right? This is the Chariot, right? So Aries, you may be in the process of healing, right? Healing is a journey, and it does incorporate the ability to embrace the dark, the light, the good, the bad. I love it's badass because you got that fire on the back end. You also have I don't even know what that creature is in the middle, but it's like kind of like a mythical wolf almost. And then you have these beautiful characters right here. They're stone, they're set, but they're also about movement. And then the stars behind it, right? So you may feel tense with this new moon, okay? And so it is about healing journey in terms of relationships, sex, passion, and all that stuff. And so you may be looking at healing those things. You also might be seeking and finally seeing the movement of finances coming in. So there might be an ushering or recovery of finances. We're looking at, maybe some of you are looking at property, okay? And we're going to see a go ahead, plant the seeds and the affirmations now to get that property, to get that house. For those of you who are in a relationship, healing in relationship, healing from relationships, it's a beautiful thing. I would look to plant those seeds as well. Now, if you're looking at any type of loans or assets, any type of like ventures, this is the go ahead. Like, you're getting the go ahead from the universe that says, like, well, let's do it. Also, look for Cancer season to start seeing the benefits. So in terms of long-term goals, we're looking at, I believe, June, July, that time period, okay, Aries? So good for you. That's beautiful for you. All right, let's keep it going. All right, let's go ahead and go with Taurus. Now, Taurus, this new moon is going to be in your relationship house. So it does have to do with marriage. It has to do with any type of contracts you may have, whether they be past or current. And again, your interpersonal style. So relating to other people, equality and sharing. Okay. Ooh, that hopped out. There we go. Okay, so what we have for y'all is the Justice card. Okay, very beautiful. So with the sword, look how she is, and she's like an angel, and she's covered by these wings, so protected, right? She's really beautiful, has this heavenly aspect, and very like a lot of beauty that emanates from this card. Okay, so a lot of you may be looking frankly at renewing contracts, getting married. Some of you may be looking at divorce, to be quite frank, which is a beautiful thing, right? It's a beautiful thing to see things in their fruition and then make a conscious decision on whether or not to continue with the contractual aspect that is marriage, right? Also, some of you might be adding beauty in terms of the way you, how would I say, adding beauty into the way that you perceive marriage. And so this is taking a step back and looking at like, hey, like, what are the new things I can do? What are the new things that I can add on? How can I add balance to our partnership, to our marriage? You know, this is like a very, very, I would say, like almost like earth shaking. Like if you've been in an imbalanced situation, if you haven't felt like an equal, or if you've been searching for equality in some type of like joint partnership, then it's coming. Okay, and it comes very swiftly. So today also might be a little bit intense for you, Taurus, in terms of that, because again, if you've been feeling unequal or just feeling like you haven't been getting your just due, then justice is coming in. Now, if you are in a pretty harmonious partnership or relationship or marriage, if business is going good, what this card would suggest is that now, again, there's an element of renewal here. There's a need to step back, evaluate how we can edify, how we can build more, how we can add on. Okay. Libra energy is all about fairness, but it's all about beauty, and it's all about peace. And it's not conflict. So with this type of energy, Taurus, you know, there's a need not to be pulled in any type of conflict. This would be a higher message of taking the high road. Okay, so however you can add beauty, however you can add on to make things plain, to make things frank, to make things right, do so. And just know that, again, like this angelic figure you have right here, you're protected. Okay, all right, let's keep it going. Let's see what we got. Let's go with, where we at? Oh, Gemini. Okay, so Gemini, this is in your 6th house, so this has to do with your health, and it also has to do with fitness. Let's see, your work habits, organization, feeling like you're a part of the team or part of a team, giving service. Okay, so 6th house energy for you. Let's see what we got for you. Okay, 4 of Wands. Yes, we love it. I like this figure right here because he's like, you know, bossed up, and you see like all the past selves emerging from the heart work. So there's this fire energy, right? 4 of Wands. So it's a celebration, this accomplishment. It's like, okay, here I am doing the damn thing, masculine energy, right? And so in terms of this 4 of Wands, we're looking at how we can plant the seeds in order to, some of you might just want to be getting in better shape and are actively working on those things. So it does come through, you know, milestones. And so if you've been seeing like workouts, or if you've been seeing like lifestyle changes pay off, this, you're going to start to feel those things today. And then in the next coming days, I would also say that in terms of work, now, if work is going good, you're also going to be celebrated. Some of you are being recognized by others for what you bring to the table, for your expertise. And so this is a time to kind of revel in your accomplishments, Gemini. And then also, you know, look at how those people who acknowledge you, those people that give you your just due, those people that say, hey, we appreciate you in the sense of work, how you can take that and really use that energy in terms of, if you are happy where you're at, to really make use of it and bring it into a systematic way of keeping on the level up game, if that makes any sense. You know, we want to continue to do the practical things because, again, sixth house energy, when it comes to things like health and fitness, it's about regiment. Okay, so with that type of necessity, in order to make things ordered and really repeat those things and be consistent, we want to take a look at the things that do pay off. Also, we want to look at the things that don't pay off. But I think with the Four of Wands energy, we're really starting to see and feel those accomplishments, especially in the workplace. Now, in terms of health, if you are having health issues or have been having health issues, this is a good time to plant the seeds. Plant, again, milestones. Okay, get in contact with a trainer, get in contact with a doctor, and find out what are the things, again, that you can do in your regiment, lifestyle changes, habits that you can change or drop in order to, you know, bring those things up to par. Also, this has to do with pets, okay? I don't have pets, but if y'all got pets, or if you want a pet, this is a good time to get a pet. A pet could add a nice balance to the home. Four of Wands, four is balance. So it might add happiness or a feeling of like good energy to the home, where if there might have been a balance, this is a good time to start pet shopping, okay? So beautiful for you, Gemini. Let's keep it going. Cancer. Cancer. So this new moon is going to be in your fifth house. Fifth house, right? Romance, love, fertility, children, the way you express yourself. If you're an actor, you know, drama. If you're not a professional actor and you're just emotional, it could, you know, play a role in the dramatics of your social life, okay? Oh, that hopped out of there. Okay, Three of Swords. All right, so Cancer, in short, this is, a lot of you are looking to heal. Like, you see this like wounded hobbit creature, almost vampiric, and so the pain, she's like eyes a bit or severely red from crying, but also you see the blood on her nails and her hand, and so pain. This is a good time to plant the seeds to heal, okay? But it does come with the mental work. So what I would suggest, Cancer, is looking at ways of self-expression, in terms of like writing down affirmations, writing down, journaling. If you keep a diary, getting in your diary. Swords are so mental, right? They're the intellectual manifestation. And so communication, if you need to heal with somebody, this is a time to reach out and heal with them. If that is not an option, then it comes with how you speak about yourself, okay? So this does invite you to look for the ways the people, because three is communal, three invites others. It's a time to look at who supports us in terms of love and affirmation. And it doesn't have to be romantic per se, but in terms of love, the affection that is love, and love language and the gestures of love, we have to look in terms of community and relating who are the people that, or who are the players in life that help assist us with learning and knowing the authentic expressions of love. Who are the people that support us in play? Who are the people that make us smile? This is a good time to get out, Cancer, and, you know, get with the movement, because there's a movement. We need to move on from this Three of Swords energy, but it doesn't come by being stagnant. It doesn't come by being in the house and staring at the wall and being lost or cycling or ruminating upon subjects, okay? Especially those things that you can't control. So this is a good time for you to just plant the seeds to renew spirit. I would suggest writing down all of the aspects of self that you love about yourself, okay? And again, if you have some outlet in terms of self-expression, anything that you can get lost in, anything that, you know, helps brings out that inner child, Cancer, do those things, okay? You got it. Happy healing to you. Let's keep it moving. Leo. Okay, Leo, so this is in your fourth house. Fourth house is the home. It is the roots, self-care, your foundation. Has to do with mother, child, the feminine energy. Emotions. Emotions, emotions, emotions. All right. Okay, let's see. What do we have for Cancer today on this new moon? Hey, there we go. I love it. King of Pentacles, the sun is burning bright. He is standing there with burning red hair and he's ready for battle. He has a bow in his hand, all right? And you see the infinite energy that is attached to that sun. You know, simple and plain, when it comes to the home, Leo, you are maybe looking at change, like maybe not even changing the home, but buying the home. Some of you may be considering family, and so that is like adding in, adding in, moving people in. Some of you may be doing deep self-care, and so that does involve your relationship with money, okay? Also with the foundation. The King of Coins is energy, and he's vibrant, and he's got that passion about him, but he's also meticulous, and he's also being resourceful. So Leo, in terms of emotions and foundation, what are your resources for making those things sound? Who and what are your resources? And it feels more tangible. What are the things that you can acquire and add to your home that make you feel safe, that make you feel like all the work is worth it, right? Because there's so much work energy that's with this King of Coins. You know, he can he appreciates the value of time and processes, but you know, it's important for him to realize that it's not all about work. Okay, and so Leo, in terms of family, we're looking at the foundation and the balance between work and personal life relationship. So if you do have children, if you do have a spouse, it will be more actually nurturing to take a look at this King of Coins energy and looking at how resources go around, but then also developing and looking at a mothering aspect to your home. Now, if you are the mother or if you are the feminine energy within the home, then this is an important time for you to, again, tap in with everybody within the home. Bringing, you know, there's much to be said about tracing roots. So if those of you who are considering doing like some type of ancestry, or again, getting in contact with elders, okay, this is a great time to plant those seeds, because in turn, what it will do with this new moon energy is it will help fortify the home. It will help bring family together. And then again, family is such a large term, and not everybody has family that's close to them. And so if you are, without immediate family, this is a good time to still do your research, because it's more about knowledge of self in the long run. And then actually helping your perspective in terms of, well, who is my community family? Who are the people that the universe are inserting into my life that are going to be my soul family? Okay, so this is like tribe, if anything, finding your tribe and really being a resource within them and showing up in a way that you are very sound and resourceful, and people are going to be looking at you this way. Okay, Leo, beautiful energy. I love it for you. Let's keep it moving. All right, so Virgo, this is in your third house, so this has to do with the mind, your communications, thinking, siblings, social, your neighbor, early education, social activities. Oh wow, I didn't realize I did that. Okay, let's do that again. Sorry about that. All right, here we go. All right, Virgo. All right, Virgo, we have the Tower card. Okay, so Virgo, you may be very much witnessing a shakeup in the terms of the way you think, the way you communicate. So this is being removed from what we were used to, right? As you can see with this Tower card, I love it. It's like lightning strikes, and you've got like fire, burning at the bottom. Like this is not a time where to hold on to the old ways that you think, and so it may very much feel a little bit tumultuous to us. So if you're suffering any type of anxiety or any type of just if you're having your peace disturbed, just make sure you do the things that that require self-care. Make time for yourself. If you need to reach out to somebody, Virgo, go ahead and reach out to somebody. Now, in terms of siblings, all right, some of you might be witnessing the transformation in terms of your relationship with siblings, also in terms of the way you relate and socialize with other people, and so those things need to be shaken up, and so they can grow, right? This is the destroy and rebuild energy. Also, for some of you who are considering leveling up in terms of career, or just you want to do something in terms of your education, you know this moon might show you where you may need to go in terms of pursuing other types of education or additional education. So if you're looking into certifications, into degrees, maybe right now the universe is suggesting or showing you certain things that you want to do, but you don't have the paperwork, so to speak, right? And so which is, hey, it is what it is. And so the tower moments come and they show us and they shake us up, because we can no longer operate from that foundation. We can no longer operate from that paradigm. So we have a shift in terms of the way we do those things, but more along the lines of thinking, just thinking. And so your thoughts are very important, really, really important to get those things in order. So again, new moons are important for writing, Virgo. Write down the things that you want in terms of, your relationship with your siblings. Write down the things that you want out of, your relationships with other people. What social interests do you have? What do you want out of education? How can you speak more kind about yourself? And then if you can step out of yourself and recognize if you have any type of negative thought patterns, especially in the way of self, or just perceiving others, or just life in general. This is a time to write down how you can change your thoughts, how you can be the master of your mind. Okay, so you got it, Virgo. Don't trip. All right, now let's keep it going. We're gonna do the next for Libra. This is in your second house, so this has to do with your money, your income, daily routine, values, material possessions, priorities, habits, work ethic, your job, okay, your current job, where you're at right now. All right, Knight of Pentacles. Very, very, very beautiful for this energy. Now, planting the seeds. Okay, so money is coming slowly but surely for you. It looks like a Libra, okay? If there are any challenges, this is a good way to plant the seeds and say, okay, what can I do where I can get in it for the long run, right? Chick is riding the dragon blindfolded, right? So think about what it takes to get so badass where you can ride a dragon and do something that would obviously take a lot of practice and a lot of maybe trial and error, to the point that where you can do it blindfolded. So aligning your intuitive nature with routine and bringing that into the workplace and how you make your money, this is a good time to plant those seeds. And again, to write those down, to check out the interest. If you're not in a field that really pulls your interest, Libra, it's a good time to check out what career or what aspect of work can bring you to a place where you can align your values with your material possessions, where you can allow what you stand for, because again, you're good on principles, right? And you do have to be able to illustrate your personal beauty and expression of beauty through your work, which is not always the easiest things, but it's important to prioritize that because this is the beautiful energy to have, but putting it in the wrong place doesn't serve us too well, okay? So this does come by, examining your money, examining income, plant those seeds, save save, but then also don't be too, spend on yourself too, send on yourself too, because again, the money is looking really good for this time period, Libra. So it's just saying, if you have the means, if you have the support in terms of career and resources, to go ahead and keep on keeping on, it's going to pay off, all right? But if not, again, look at where we can change, where we can make what we do habitually, or what comes easy to us by habit or by nature, and aligning those with our resources and the many, many, many ways that there are to make money, okay? All right. Let's go. Okay, Scorpio, what it do? So Scorpio, this is in your first house. So this has to do with self. This has to do with your appearance, your body, the way you make first impressions, your attitude, your overall identity, your approach to life, okay? Okay. Six of Swords, I love it. So, the Six of Swords is like, it's a mental energy. You see this man, oh, this is, he's escaping. And it's dark, and it's kind of, it's you don't even know if he's like enemy, friend, or foe, but he's actually almost skin and bone. So it's a journey, right? Six of Swords is about leaving behind, but on the mental aspect, where you have attached yourself to an old, how you felt about your body, how you felt about your appearance. So, I like this for y'all, because what this says is like, okay, you don't have to escape anything unless you're moving towards something better. All right. And so being able to, look at yourself in a better light, being able to appreciate your identity, being able to, evolution, to evolve in terms of your approach to life in general, is done on the mental plane. And again, similar to Libra, in terms of swords, it does come by, again, changing the dialogue, changing the narrative. And so it is the verbal vibration of how you speak outwardly about yourself, how you speak about others, but then it's also the internal dialogue when you're laying in bed, when you're on the couch, when you're all by yourself. How you approach those things is being evolved. And so this is a good time to, in terms of self, write about the good things about yourself, write about what you love about yourself. Right, I would even go as far as to, who are you? Who are you, Scorpio? And who are you today versus the person you were, let's say, let's say 6 days, 6 weeks ago, 6 months ago, even. 6 years, let's go back to 6 years ago. That's even better. 6 years ago, where were you? And then look at how much you changed. Look at what all of the life lessons that you've embodied within the last 6 years. So like 2014, okay? And, in terms of that, how do you feel about yourself? If you feel empowered, that's a beautiful thing. If not, it's time to do the work, again, on the mental plane. And this does come by speaking and writing and getting the things down so you can see them, read them, internalize them, so again that you can initiate and change the dialogue and the narrative that is self. Because everything, first house, this is the root of all the other houses. This is the first. So how you feel about self eventually ends up being the way that you attract the relationships and the people that you want into your life, right? Seventh house stuff, okay? So, rock with it. I love it for you. Leave it all behind. You got it. Love it. Love it, Scorpio. Okay, let's keep it going. I'm going to rock with Sagittarius. So, Sagittarius, this is going to be in your 12th house, okay? So, the 12th house does have to do with the subconscious. It has to do with endings, healing, getting closure, your spirituality, karma, the afterlife, old age. It's all of the hidden stuff, right? Hidden beliefs, right? Ooh. Okay. Well, so these two cards flew out, so I'm going to take them. Okay. So we have the Emperor, and then we have the Three of Cups. All right. So the Emperor and the Three of Cups. The Emperor is the Aries energy. He is the ruler. He, it's fire energy. It's the warrior energy. Okay. And then we have the Three of Cups, which has to do with, relationships, party, celebrating, the community love. Okay. Sagittarius, in terms of endings, we may be looking in, really to closure to some partnerships, especially if you felt like you've had to be in the warrior mentality for your relationships. I know that sounds crazy. Also, in terms of spirituality, a lot of you might be feeling more determined to heal with other people, and so that does call for you to kind of seek out the people, date, relate, talk, express within those friendships in order to achieve some sense of spirituality, or derive some sense of spirituality, or to redefine your sense of spirituality. For some of you, this does translate into, like, the form of some religion, where religion does bring a sense of peace to you, in terms of like having a place to have the common ground where you worship, or where you find a sense of self, in terms of like community and spirituality. I say, in terms of limiting beliefs. So a lot of you are shifting your beliefs, Sagittarius, in terms of the way, again, how you feel about partnerships. All right. I think a lot of you have this Aries energy that's, it's your fellow fire sign, right? That's just right behind you. And so a lot of you are looking to persevere through healing processes. And a lot of these healing processes do have to deal with a lot of people, a lot of relationships. And so it does call for closure and endings in a lot of relationships, which is good, because from those endings in these relationships, especially if you were in situations where it may not have just been two people, we're looking at, evolving those relationships to something that's more solidified, because the Emperor does rule, and from a masculine endpoint, or excuse me, a masculine perspective, he acquires and he edifies and he expands. So there's an expansive energy here, but we can't expand without acknowledging, how do we feel sound about our personal karma? How do we feel sound about what are our beliefs about the afterlife? Okay, and so it may have you feeling a lot more, kind of a contradictory energy, where you have a lot of feelings here, and you may be inclined to interact and hang out with people, but then also there's an aspect of yourself where, you're doing a lot of work inside, and kind of like in your head, but not in a bad way, but also just going through the processing and seeing like a lot of like breakdowns in terms of like what you have believed versus what you know now. But knowing now, you have this Emperor energy that says, okay, well, I know now, I have clarity, I have a better understanding. And then also you have the support of like karma coming in. And so where karma comes in is giving you the lessons, the proverbial consequence of, the culmination of events that lead to this grand understanding. And the foundation of it is healing. Okay, and the subconscious is going through a complete makeup. Aries they destroy shit. So like, old subconscious is kind of getting thrown out the window here, Sag, and then we have this brand new. So I love that for y'all. Okay, all right, you got it. Let's see what else we got for you, Capricorn. So Capricorn, this is in the 11th house, which has to do with your groups, your friends, your social awareness, being a humanitarian, technology, and what you hope and wish for out of the future. Ooh. All right, y'all. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Gotta answer emails, my bad. Okay, all right. So, Capricorn, we have the Hanged Man. Boom. So, the Hanged Man. It has to do with, you know, letting go, a feeling of being suspension, but also acceptance, right? Breaking old patterns, your ego. Neptune energy, straight up, all right? So in terms of your 11th house energy, I would say that when we look at wishes and dreams, this is a beautiful time for you to really access the depths of dreaming. And so what do dreams look like for you, especially when we look at the long-term stuff, which is you know, what do we want out of life? What do we want out of like the 2021? Okay. Also, in terms of, you know, groups and friends, social awareness, maybe, you know, you might have not been able to access those people, which of course, you know, we are going through this whole COVID-19 shit. And so, being able to take the energy that is Neptune, right? Neptune is very watery. It's the depths, it's emotions, it's the storm, but it's also psych, and it's also the dream world. And so really taking that energy and how can you assert your place in terms of your fellow human, assisting your fellow human. So in terms of technology, a lot of you might have the power of social media and be able to use the power of social media in terms of helping your fellow human. We're talking about the future here, and so it is communal. It does have to do with, you know, your awareness around your immediate surroundings, but also the world around you. And so Capricorn, you may feel again, you know, a lot of you, especially those of you that help people, or those of you that just have you know, a heart for other people, you may with this moon be feeling like the depths of like what's going on around in the world, and may feel motivated to do so. This is a good time to plant the seeds in terms of, you know, if you are restricted in terms of space, or restricted in terms of just not being able to go to the places you do, transmuting that energy and really figuring out new ways to pour that into the people that matter, like your friends. Also contributing to the group, or finding the group that supports you in terms of your beliefs, in terms of like the things that you believe in, and wanting to help. And again, in terms of hopes and wishes, a lot of this isn't so much self, but it has to do with also the people around you. And also the people, you know, it includes the world, it includes your fellow human, it includes your community. And so being able to tap into this hangman energy, which is also Pisces energy, it's, you know, the softer side of you, but also the more intuitive and the more emotional side of yourself. And so this is a good time to do the things that pull you into an emotional space, and being able to sit with your emotions. And that's what all of us are really having to do on this new moon, is having to really sit with emotions, because all of these cards are invoked by emotional situations and epiphanies and aha moments. And, you know, finally getting it, you know, allows us to, you know, be moved and stirred. But then also with that, we look at how we are going to manifest from an aspect of this new supermoon that gives us the tools in order to take emotions, understand with emotions, not judge them, but really internalize the root for the emotion, and grow things, and grow what it is intended for us. All right. So good for you. You got it, Capricorn. Aquarius, this is going to be in your 10th house. So this has to do with your career, the long-term goals, the structure, reputation, public image, masculinity, the fathers, expertise, and for fame for some of you, status. Get that again. All right. Well, we have the Ace of Wands, dragon right there, fire breathing is passion, it is intention, it's magic. Aquarius, this is a plant the seed just to go ahead and go do it, all right? In terms of career, it's time to go for your dream job. It's time to go for the thing that you can see yourself doing for the long run, okay? Reputation. So you're some of you Aquarians are going to start to see like the value in terms of like putting yourself out there and really letting your talents do the talking and kind of letting that draw in. It's like a magic wand, right? But it's also the big dick energy. So this is confidence. Letting that confidence carry you and draw in again how you want to be seen, and also reputation. So how do how do you want to be remembered? It's very fiery. Those of you who have have father figures, okay, father figures may be making like an appearance or being important for you during this like lunar cycle, and so in terms of manifesting, if you've had a healthy father figure or just a father that you were allowed to take lessons from, those lessons may be coming up and really being a source for you in terms of those long-term goals. Whatever you're building, it's beautiful. I love it for you, Aquarius. You deserve it all. Those of you who are involved in media, music, whatever the case may be, acting, whatever your talent is, if it puts you in the forefront, if it puts you on a screen, go for it. This is the go-ahead card. Plant the seeds now. Go to the auditions. Post the thing. Whatever it is, like post it, share it, spread it. Again, it's the wand energy. So you got the, this is the trailblazer. It's time to set shit on fire and let it burn, baby, and let it do its thing, because what it ends up doing is it's manifesting from a point of intention and direction, and there's no question about it. The dragon breathes fire. It's not even natural. The dragon never questions his fire. He just spits that shit, okay? All right. I love it for you, Aquarius. Now, let's see. Pisces. So Pisces, this is going to be in your 9th house. So this has to do with travel. It has to do with philosophy. It has to do with ethics, religion, education, law. All right. Cross-cultural relations even. All right. Yeah, we got the star card. Star card for y'all. I love it. Aquarian energy. So, in terms of travel, a lot of y'all might be looking at, Pisces, how you can manifest traveling. Manifest your write down and have your travel destinations in order, okay? Making things, I have a dream board. Dream boards are important, being able to put it, get the image and have an image that you can look at and refer to. That's good for y'all, right? That's good for everybody. I love how it's just like super like surreal, and it's blue, and it's, she's on point. She's got the bow and arrow. So this is about like putting down the precise things that are going to get you to your ultimate destination, right? It has to do also in terms of wisdom. So in terms of your wisdom, how you can take an Aquarian aspect, which is very much in terms of like friendships. It's about having the friends. It's about meeting the people. It's about being the star in terms of how you bring, how you present yourself, right? And really using and expressing what you know. All of that relates in terms of getting you in terms of like to the places that you want. But also it has to do with philosophy. And so you might be developing a new sense of philosophy or perspective upon certain subjects. It's important to share that, right? Because what this does is it actually mirrors the 3rd house energy. So communications, your mind, social. So, this is social energy as well. And for me, like all the social stuff, I always tie it into like, people help you. And so people are great resources. in terms of not just money, but in terms of wisdom and in terms of game. Like people give you game. And so this is taking that approach, but it does come by, you know, you got to tap into your local aquarium. How they don't give a fuck and how they just, you know, they do what they do, but then also they do what they do and they have everybody in mind. And so a humanitarian aspect as well. In terms of religion, some of you are looking at renewing, again, your religion. Any type of legal matters, all right, legal matters are looking good. It's just make the communications, present your case. Some of you may need to present a certain case, all right. In terms of learning, ethics, again, this is the show up and you just, you know, show up and get the downloads. But also it's the stars, so you do have to be led by the stars, which is your destination. Like, what do you know to be true? You know, that's the thing. Like, you know, anything can go in the sky. They can put smoke, chemtrails, they can put holographic shit in the sky, they can put whatever they want in the sky. But at the end of the day, what remains true and how we navigate is by our star. And star is internal. We all have a star. We are a star people. And so we have an innate sense of purpose. And so we do want to go to those places. So again, if you want to travel, write down the places you want to travel. Book the tickets if you have the means. Or save the money and then book the travel, okay? But do the research right now. Like whatever the steps you need to do, take the steps in order to get down the list of processes in order to reach your destination in terms of travel, in terms of what do you want to learn, in terms of, you know, who are the people that you want to meet, who are the people that are going to edify you, and who are the people that, you know, are you going to relate to in being able to evolve in terms of education, whether it be a traditional sense of education or, again, just getting game and getting a new profound understanding of life. Okay? All right, Pisces. Did I do everybody? Shit, I did everybody, okay? So what I do want to do is I want to pull an oracle card. So I'm going to pull this oracle card, and this is, again, this is just going to be for everybody. A collective message that I have for everybody in terms of this new moon. Let's see what the angels and ancestors got to say about that. So this is for everybody on this new moon, which is November 14, 2020. Okay, so I got Lake Wanaka. It reads, peace begins with me. Oh, excuse me. Peace begins with me. I choose to be peaceful. I am peaceful. Serene, you got the sun. You have, I'm not sure what type of bird that is. I think that's a hawk, but in any case, birds are free. You know, peace. Plant the seeds of peace today, y'all. It's been a lot, right? And so with 2020 being tumultuous and, you know, the narrative which is being fed through media, which is chaos and civil unrest, in actuality, we're all facing our personal changes in our respective star journey. And, you know, everybody wants peace, you know, you know, for the most part. Everybody wants peace for themselves. Everybody wants really, truly peace for others. And so don't be swayed by the negative narrative that's out there, you know. All we can do is do our part in the collective journey, which is the solo work, which is tending to our personal journey and making sure that we do the things that keep us in peace. And peace breeds peace, all right? So peace to y'all. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me. If you need a personal reading, go ahead and hit up the Hoody Tarot. And I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Yep.